Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video. Yes, this is my part 2 review of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Yep, the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. Yep, this is my part 2 review. And in part 1, I reviewed the first 2 episodes that came out. And now finally, I've come to, my part 2 review of reviewing the show. And as of now, as I recall, the series, like season 1 has come to an end. So yeah. So after part 2, part 3 that will be coming next, that will be the last part. So reviewing the last 3 episodes. So, episodes 3, 4, and 5. Episode 3, Adar. Episode 4, The Great Wave. And episode 5, Partings. So, if episode 3, description, the story, again, because, having trouble pronouncing the characters' names, like, I think even some people would have trouble, like, pronouncing these kind of fantasy names. So, okay, again, the story. Oren Dyer finds himself a captive. Gladderol and Halbrand explore a legendary kingdom. Elendil is given a new assignment, and Nori faces the consequences. Yep, so, especially because it shows like different things happening in these episodes and for the characters, because I think at this point, in the first 2 episodes, Poppy and Nori, they discovered this like giant this giant man, and he's like they kind of hide him from the rest of the what were they called again? Was it the Harefoot, right? The Harefoot, I should say, like the Brandyfoot, those creatures. Which technically they're not supposed to be hobbits. Well, eventually, he is discovered, and I think everybody like the Harryfoot like people they're kind of pissed and not pleased with what Nori did, like hiding and lying to them. So, basically, even like say Aaron Dyer, because he's being held captive by the orcs, and like a lot of things going on in this episode, definitely, and if I recall, because even like say Gladderol and which one was it again? Halbrand. Am I saying that right? Like, they explore this ancient kingdom and so on. I guess, even like, say, they kind of get locked up in prison a couple of times. So there was that episode, and, okay, I'm trying to exit out, like, trying to get to because I've got this on, I've always got IMDb, like, for these reviews, so... okay, so episode 4, The Great Wave. Queen Regine, I'm reading the description, the story. Queen Regine Morel's faith is tested. Isidore, again, bear with me, like, trying to pronounce these characters' names. Isidore, whatever, finds himself at a crossroads. Elrond uncovers a secret, and Arendire is given an ultimatum, if I'm saying that right. And Theo disobeys Bronwyn, sorry. The Great Wave. So in this, like, the opening, like, to this, like, it was kind of interesting, because, the Queen Regent, there's, like, this ceremony going on with something with all the ladies, and they're holding babies, but then at one point, like, the kingdom or something, like, it gets flooded by water, and it turns out it was a dream, so that happened, and, even say more with, with Aaron Dyer, like, being held captive by the orcs. And I think there's one orc, if I'm correct, if he is an orc, who doesn't really look like an orc. Like, he doesn't have the face of the orc. There was him, and he does eventually escape. And this is the only episode where we do not have, the hairy foot people. It's this one episode where it just takes a break from that. And Emma, Harthvanth, if I'm saying her last name right, like, she appears in the show now, and like, she's this character, Aerin, if I'm saying that right. And there's also Cayman, played by Leon Wadham, and it seems like there might be a love connection, I think, with these two. Who knows? Also Bronwyn, yeah, because, she is in this once again, and Theo, yeah, if I'm correct, like, Theo was at one point, like, got separated, and he was trying to hide from the orcs, but he is, like, rescued and saved by Aaron Dyer, because he escaped from being held captive by the orcs, and with his bow, he has his bow and arrow and so on, and, even Aaron Dyer and Bronwyn, they're reunited and such. And yeah, even as I said in my part 1 review, it seems like, like, slowly but surely, like, a love connection being built up between them. You know what I mean? So, so I thought this one was pretty good. And if I'm correct, like, if this happened, yeah, I believe so. Like, there was like it was probably in this episode, like, there was like a boat explosion that happened, and there was that. So I think it was, yeah, in this episode. But and also, like, in that episode, Aaron Dyer comes face to face with, like, the orcs unleash this creature. It's like Middle Earth's, like, the Lord of the Rings franchise's version of a hyena or something. It just about looks like a hyena, if you've seen that creature. So anyways, and now episode 5, Partings. The story. Nori questions her instincts. Elrond struggles to stay true to his oath. Halbrand weighs his destiny. And the Southlanders brace for attack. Yep, so... And I think at this point, for Gladriel and, well, come on. Work with me, tablet. Like, a little, like, clash between, Gladriel and, Halbrand, because, like, he figures out, and even she responds, like, she is seeking revenge and, vengeance and so on because of her brother's death. And she just can't stop, being like, seeking vengeance and so on. Halbrand. So there was that scene, and, like, we get the appearance of the trolls again. Not the trolls, God, why do I get trolls stuck in my head? Dwarves. Sorry. Like, the dwarves, they're back in this, and who we saw in the first 2 episodes, husband and wife. There's, like, yeah, even, like, say, Gladriel helping, like, these soldiers, like, preparing for battle, and, like lessons of, like, of the sword, and, like, at their necks, or so on. There was that. And I think, yeah, this is where, like, an explosion happened on a boat, so it blew up. And all of them, they were, like, planning to make their way to, of course, Middle Earth. So, yeah, that's really cool. Seeing Middle Earth, of course. And, of course, like, more with, say, okay, and this is where we come back to Nori, Brandyfoot, and the rest of the Brandyfoot family, and Poppy, and the Stranger. That's right, the Stranger. I almost forgot. The Stranger, played by Daniel Wayman. And even, like, say, the Stranger, because he's so tall, like, he even, like, saves the Brandyfoot family from, like, again, as I said, these, like, hyena kind of looking animals, like, creatures. he kind of like hits them and bashes them, like punches them, even using his hands to like, or you like kind of like smashing the ground, and of course, but then of course, like he uses his hands and it creates a big shockwave. So, even like say the stranger helping out at times, for the Brandyfoot family. Oh gosh, even like say like something goes on with the stranger, and even say when he has like his hand at water, and his hand turns frozen, like, and even when say like Nori was touching the stranger, her hand started to get frozen too. And I was thinking, oh gosh, is her hand gonna like break off, but well, thankfully it didn't. She's all right. And let me see. Yeah, and of course more scenes with, of course, like sequences with Aaron Dyer and Bronwyn, of course, and like, to prepare themselves of a war and so on. And it was really cool, like near the end of the episode, because, well, everybody, like, and with Gladriel, they get on the boat and making their way to Middle Earth. That was really cool. That was really cool to end off that episode, riding off in the boat and so on. But yeah, I thought okay. With all that being said, I thought that the episodes 3, 4, and 5 were okay. Now bear with me, because I did my very best to like try to figure, like trying to concentrate and so on. I get it, because like they're not the best episodes, and yeah, so I wasn't really getting into them, unfortunately. So, but I think, yeah, there was a few good moments in this, like as I explained, like the hyena-like looking creatures, like sequences with the stranger, and also like fights between the orcs, and even like say when the orcs kill a couple of characters that I guess were starting to get close to Aaron Dyer, and yeah, just like you just kill off a bunch of characters like I guess we start to know. You get my point? Like, so much for them. But yeah, and what about you guys? Like, if you've been watching The Rings of Power, and what did you think on episodes 3, 4, and 5, and what did you think on my review? Leave comments and give this review a like as always. And of course, I heard that yeah, the next episode 6, it's the best in season 1, the best episode of season 1, and I guess from there on, like, well, I guess that's the thing, like, and from what I can tell, like, as each episode comes out, like, I guess, and I hope for The Rings of Power, it gets better, so, but, hey, that's great to hear that, that one episode, like, turned out to be the best one, so, and that being the next episode that I'll be reviewing, well, and technically, episodes, not only that, but episodes 7 and 8, the last 3 for season 1. So I look forward to those. So no spoilers, of course, on what to expect for episode 6. So I want to wait and watch it, of course. But anyways, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, my part 2 review, I should say, of Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. More reviews coming your way. They're gonna be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video /review. And until part 3, take care and peace out.